So, if you're a fan of RP games like Grand Mobile RP, Live Russia, or even Rio Rise, you know the grind is absolutely real. But what if I told you there's a way to automate it? Today, we're going to dive into a method that can keep your game running 24/7 without you ever having to even touch your phone.
I mean, let's be real for a second. Who isn't tired of it? You put in hours upon hours just to level up, farm for resources, and make any kind of real progress. It's like the core of so many of these games, but man, it can also be the most frustrating part.
Okay, let's really get into this because the problem isn't just about how much time you're sinking in. The actual physical limits of our phones create some very specific and really annoying issues for any serious gamer. Does this sound familiar to you? You get all set for a nice long grinding session, and then what happens? Your phone gets ridiculously hot, your battery is dead in just a couple of hours, or, and this is the worst one, your phone's operating system just decides to close the game in the background to save some memory. It totally defeats the whole purpose. So what's the fix for all these problems? Well, the answer is in this really cool concept called a cloud phone, and it basically sidesteps all the limitations of your physical device. Let's take a look at how a tool like LDCloud makes it all happen. The whole idea is actually pretty simple. Think of it as a cloud Android phone. Your game isn't running on your device at all. Nope, it's running on a super powerful remote server somewhere. And that means you can literally turn your phone off, go to sleep, and the game just keeps on grinding away for you. And getting it set up is a super simple 3-step deal. First, you just pick a plan for your virtual cloud device. Second, you install your game onto it. Just like you would on a normal phone. And that's it. Seriously, your game is now running totally on its own, completely separate from your own phone's hardware. Now, for a little real talk. I gotta be honest, when I first tested this, I actually ran into some problems getting my main games to run right. But after I upgraded to one of their higher performance devices, specifically an Android 10-based plan, everything started running perfectly smooth and has been going ever since. Okay, so we've established that it works, but what does that actually mean for you in the game? Let's break down the real, tangible results you can expect to see. This right here, this is the whole shebang, 24/7. Your character is online and grinding around the clock, which means you start leveling up at a speed you could never, ever achieve by yourself. The progress is just constant. And because the game never shuts down, you start automatically collecting all those time-based rewards. You know that hourly payday system? Yep, you get every single one. Those law or obedience points you usually have to grind for, they just build up on their own. I even noticed I was getting free casino spins every few hours, which meant extra rewards without me doing a thing. This is the fundamental difference, right here. Manual grinding means you're investing hours of your attention for pretty slow progress. Cloud grinding, on the other hand, is a few minutes of setup for fast, non-stop progress that happens in the background. It completely flips the script on how much time you have to put in to get a reward. And here's another huge advantage I found incredibly useful. You can run multiple accounts at the same time. All you do is get a separate cloud device for each account you want to run. This is something that's just, not possible on a single physical phone. All right, let's talk about the practical stuff. How much does a service like this actually cost, and what are the options? Because it's really important to be clear about this next point. So let's just get this out of the way. This is a paid subscription service. It's not a freebie. It's not really designed for the casual player. This is a tool for the serious grinders and farmers out there who get the value of automating their progress. Now listen up, because picking the right plan is absolutely critical for performance. For the really demanding games like Grand Mobile RP or Live Russia, you've got to make sure you're using one of the higher tier Android 10 plans, like the VIP 10 or KVIP 10, to make sure they run properly. Other games like Rio Rise are a little less demanding and can run on a bunch of different devices without any issues. So, we've gone over the problem, the solution, and the cost. And that brings us to the final, and let's face it, the most important question. Is this thing right for you? This tool is really built for a specific type of player. If you're a serious grinder trying to level up fast, or if you're deep into resource farming, or you're someone who wants to run multiple accounts at once, then yeah, this could be a total game changer for you. But if you're more of a casual player, you probably don't need it. But hey, you don't have to just take my word for it. There are trials available, so you can actually test it out for yourself. See how it performs with your favorite game before you decide if it's worth committing to. And that really brings us to our final thought. As services like this become more and more common, it kind of raises this fascinating question about where mobile gaming is actually going. Are we heading towards a future where progress is less about the hours you manually put in and more about how efficiently you can automate the grind? It's definitely something to think about.